It's me, your host, DC. We will be flying by the seat of our pants tonight and looking at some live streams that Courtney Shortney did at the infamous GoPro events, the funnel of all funnels. I'm double checking that y'all cannot hear my relatives. Okay. All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hello. Who's the first comment of the stream? Carmen's number 1. Let's go. Thanks for being here. Thank you. I forgot to get the freaking... Oh, God. I was hanging my twinkle lights. You know... Please hold, I'm having technical difficulties. Oh, my God. Woof. Oh, my God, what's happening? Well, like I said, it's chaos. Chaos personified. I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I've been making anti-MLM content since the end of April 2022 when I got out of Young Living Essential Oils. And now we're here. Out of breath, but with a lid on our cup. So the chances of us spilling our drink on expensive electronics are low. So I don't know. It probably would be boring and probably a little less expensive, you know? Dreamlight Valley. Hello to the lurkers. I hope you have a good craft or play session. I do love a good Dreamlight Valley. We will be doing some of that this week. Craft streams coming in hot. I just kind of had to clean up my areas, get stuff hung up to make it more easy, to make it easier to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, Alexis, thank you for gifting. What are y'all doing? Alexis gifted 1 DC membership. I was like, 5? What are y'all doing? Gifted by Alexis. Wait, Alexis, how many did you gift? What is happening? Lynn got a membership. Delaney got a membership. Anne got a membership. KBP got a membership. And Catherine got a membership. I don't know what happened, but this makes sense. Alexis Artemis Green Howard 1 gifted 5 DC memberships. I was like, 1? What is happening?
I don't see what's so great about reading anyways.
I don't see what's so great about reading. Thank you so much. Welcome to Illyria. We're welcoming everyone to Illyria.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
If I'm buffering, I'm sorry. It looks like my network connection is strong, but it could be not strong. So I'm sorry about that. Star Wars? Let's see what we got. Star Trek, haters, Star Wars. Where's Star Wars?
Shut up.
Just kidding. That was supposed to be in the Star Trek folder. Please hold. What is here? So we're starting out the week. We're going to be watching Courtney Shortney. One of the things that we ask a lot of questions when we do check-ins at IOP. Not that I'm trying to be a MLM hun right now. Here's a question. What is one goal that you have for the week? I'll tell you my goal. My goal for the past several weeks has been hygiene. That's one of the things that kind of drops off as my mental health takes a dip into the toilet. So my goal is keeping my space clean and making good decisions regard to my hygiene, like brushing my hair and doing all the things, brushing my teeth. So that's my goal this week. I thought I'd share. If y'all want to share your goals for the week, little goals or big goals, I'd love to hear them as I go and I find our Star Wars stuff, because I don't know what I was doing, but the Star Trek is in the Star Wars folder and I don't understand. So I'd love to hear. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let's see. Luke. Star Wars? No, that's Star Trek. Star Wars. Of course. Star Wars Kazoo. Star Wars Kazoo. My goal is surviving my class assignments while out of town for a conference and celebrating my wedding anniversary. Catherine, do we need to play the Walking Down the Aisle Kazoo song? Because I vote yes. My goal is to finish up the handmade Christmas gifts I'm giving this year. I love that. Hi, Rutro. Hello.
Ruh-roh.
I'm putting the Star Wars in there. Hold on, just please hold. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. Let me play the disclaimer while we do this. That's a good use of time. Okay, I don't have for some. Hold on, it's gonna play the song for a second because we're gonna play the disclaimer, but I'm gonna find the Christmas disclaimer and I'm gonna find out why the file has decided to run away. So please hold for Christmas.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been so
I was so close. 2024 disclaimer horizontal. No. Wrong. Jessica, ban me from my channel. Right meow. Right meow. Thank you for licking the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Greg, thank you for your sacrifice. All 36 of y'all who are here. We do have 25 likes, so it's a pretty good number. Hello, Marianne. You love the Blockbuster logo? Yay! We were having a nostalgia moment one day, and I was like, we totally need the FBI disclaimer. We need we need Blockbuster. Oh, we're having issues with our stream current bitrate because my family is streaming a movie right now. If I buffer, I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start with Courtney Shortney. And the first one is fudge. I don't know how to fix it. I really don't know. We're going to buffer. We're buffering. Sorry for the buffering. I'm not paused. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. All right. Here we go. We also are going to be manually putting in ads. I did realize that once the stream ends, YouTube ruins our lives. So even though we do it every 18 minutes, YouTube was doing it like every 3 minutes after the stream ended. So we're going to fix that going forward. Let's see. We're going to drag and drop. Sorry. I know, Wendy, for sure. Nah, it's me. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. I didn't think about it. I didn't realize they were going to be watching a show. Yeah, we may end up having to restart the stream. Hopefully not. Here we go. Here's the first one. Oops.
Bye.
Oh, we don't want to do full screen. And I'm going to change us over to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the crafting. No. False, false, false. Why am I upside down? That's my question. Why am I so close? Can I add this to it? I'm so confused about what's going on right now. I don't understand. I don't understand. Please hold. I'm sorry. I just am having the most technical difficulties right now. Here we go. We're so close. You were so close, EJ. Okay. Sunglasses. And then we are going to have our screen share. No. We do have our likes, though. 31. You're ruining my life. I'm ruining my own life right now. It's okay. Yay, we got it. We're off. 32. Bless you, whoever cares about even numbers. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to do this. There she is. Google Courtney. What is happening? Just figured this is more interesting than whatever I was doing before. And we're going to try it out. Were we ready? We were so close to being ready. We were so close. This is Courtney Alexandra Shepard, and she is in a company called Pruvit. She's the former best friend of Jesse Lee Ward. I don't know. She's the one that you may have seen on Clowntown's video of her streaming while she's in the airport, loses control of her suitcase and almost obliterates her kid who's at the bottom of the escalator. Have you seen that? Okay, are we like having issues? Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Everything's crooked. Everything is crooked. Oh my god. Sorry for the buffering. She's so cute. She like her new haircut? Adorable. Adorable. We can see the bottom half. Love it. Let me zoom in. We were zoomed in before, and now we are not. There we go. So close. There we go. I will get a new thing. There we go. All right. We may craft. I'm not sure yet. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. How is everybody? I am at GoPro 2024 and it's lunch, and I'm just thinking back to a year ago. I kept seeing these. I'm just in my feels because I keep seeing videos that I'm meant to see. I feel like I need to go put some more my lips back on. Excuse me. I keep seeing these videos that are just making me really emotional. This one that just said it's like I couldn't spend enough time, or I wasn't able to be happy because I was spending so much time trying to carry the weight or something like that. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. You're on virtual. I love that so much.
She's at an event, GoPro, and Eric Worre is, I'm not going to say a leech. What is he? I'm not going to say parasite. What am I going to say? He has made a crap ton of money in a parallel business that sucks people in network marketing dry, in my opinion. He's the one that Jessie Lee was convincing her downline to buy the $25,000 a year training from. She was Eric Worre was the one who was sharing Jessie Lee's medical information with the world before Jessie Lee wanted to share it. He was the one that recorded himself flying to see Jessie Lee before she passed away on his private jet. And he's the one that does these events. He's the one that has the $1 million, whatever, $10 million, $20 million studio, whatever it is. And if you've seen him, he's in his mid to late 50s. I'm just describing what if you've seen him before, he's bald. He normally has very bright or memorable jackets on. He kind of talks down to you. I don't know. But this is the event that used to fill out huge arenas. And now he does these pretty much virtual. It has some seating inside, and they have the speakers in person. And Courtney went to the event this year. He's the one we can say fuck you to. Yes. Oh my god. I'm buffering. I'm sorry. I'm buffering. I'm so sorry. Well, we'll just do our best. We'll go with it. What? So close. Had the wrong button. There we go.
I know that I have lip stuff in here. I literally am doing this right now. Hi Christopher, how are you? I am, I took a photo of this guy and I thought it was you, Christopher, but it wasn't. It was another man in a cowboy hat. Another cowboy man. So I was getting really emotional seeing that. Like, we spend so much time carrying the weight that we don't actually get to enjoy and be happy. Like, we don't get to be happy. The MGM, I believe. And Carly, you're coming? Senya just told me she's coming as well. So good to see you guys. Last year when I was here, it was just like shit. Last year when I was here, hi Jordan, I was just going through the motions. I had gone to multiple events back to back after Jessie Lee passed away.
You see this? No, she is mourning. She has not been able to take the time, in my opinion, to mourn in a healthy way, separate from maladaptive behaviors that you can use that kind of fuck up your healing. Okay, that's my opinion. I wish she could take the time to heal in a healthy way. But in the MLM industry, it's go, 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 go. It's never take time to be able to process. One, you can't because you won't make any money. And she wasn't able to take the time. And she's saying that Jessie Lee's speaking through her kid. She's going to these events. She's, I think, trying to navigate her world without the direction from her former best friend who passed away. They will all say she transitioned. She died. However you want to say that. My God. She needs a break. Oh my God.
And Eric had reached out and was like, we'd really love for you to be here this year. So I came. And this year, I just pushed it off for so long and finally booked my flights on Wednesday to come, or maybe, what was yesterday? Yeah, I flew yesterday. So I booked my flights on Wednesday. I flew yesterday. Bought my ticket last minute. I didn't even have it bought yet. The whole time I knew I was going to be here, but I just kept putting it off. And I was like, I know I have to be there. And like, now that I'm here, I'm remembering what it was like last year. I remember walking into the bathroom, looking in the mirror, and seeing her. Like, I saw Jessie Lee when I looked in the mirror. And I cried so.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean Can someone explain? Is she being literal? Like she saw a ghost? Did you see a picture? Was she looking at herself and she saw Jessie Lee inside herself? And there's ways to grieve in a healthy way. I wish Courtney could grieve. I think that Eric worry is so problematic, he cannot help but take advantage of people. And I think because of Courtney's close ties to Jessie Lee, Eric is trying to keep that alive at his events. And Amy said Eric has moved on. What in the world? Eric has moved on to take advantage of her and her grief. Nice guy. Totally.
Hard, and I walked out of that bathroom and I was like, I saw Brittany Anderson. She's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just looked in the mirror and I saw Jessie Lee, and like she's like, I get it, I understand. I just like cried. I was just like, I just need a minute. And like thinking about this past year, chandelier spinning. There's only one chandelier that's spinning.
What?
Why is it moving?
Look how small that is in there. Aaron was talking about, hey Celeste, she's pulling heartstrings for sure. Aaron was talking about when Aaron had gone in person and how big the event was, how big the arena was, or how big the seating was. And there's probably seats for 100 people in the studio, maybe more. God, it's a lot smaller. And maybe they make more money by streaming. I don't know, but this is a funnel. One of these events, most powerful women in network marketing, funnels to something else. GoPro funnels to a more expensive, more exclusive event. This is a funnel. It's a funnel. It's a funnel system. He reached out specifically to get her to come. Good people do not do that, and he didn't even pay for her ticket. He didn't pay for her flight. He didn't pay for. She bought it herself, from what I understand. So, Tori said, I wonder if Eric Worre only invited Courtney because of her close ties to Jessie Lee Ward. I think so. That's my opinion. It seems to be some of the opinions in the chat agree with that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you for licking the stream. The odd numbers making me itch a little bit, but y'all are the best. Thank you.
So, this last year, I just cocooned myself. There's a baby? There's a baby here. Oh my god, the mom's not looking at me. Oh my god, this sweet little baby! My ADHD is on point today. So, I knew that I needed to be here. Because this whole year I've just chosen to cocoon myself and do the work and transform and really step into the embodiment of the leader that I always saw Jessie Lee being. And this year our organization hit like a massive goal, like a massive rank. We are
That's a great question. GoPro is not a Pruvit event. It is an Eric Worre event. Courtney's in Pruvit. That's why the category for the thumbnail is Pruvit. Courtney, in my opinion, Courtney is adding or attempting to add validity to her recruiting story because she was asked to go to GoPro by Eric Worre, who's really well known in the network marketing space. So she's somebody that, of course, she'd want to join partnership with. And she's about to say her whole team hit a huge rank goal, but that's a whole to part. I think it's a hold apart fallacy. We'll see. We'll see what she says. I could be wrong. Who knows?
Are the top rank in our company. We just, we have 10 ranks that are paid ranks.
She's talking about Pruvit right now, so.
And there's a rank called Legend that is just an extra one. Like a rank 10 is developed underneath you and you have 2 million in volume. And we had a promotion where our organization hit that in March of this year. And I was like, do I feel like that I am a legend? Do I really feel like?
No, I would say not. I would have a difficult time feeling like I was the type of person that would be good at teaching my team how to recruit if I could not recruit at all. Hello, happy Sunday. Oh, also we need to play the kazoo birthday because it's Jessica's birthday today. It's gonna be off because I can't hear it. This is the birthday one, right? Happy birthday! Pruvit focus really on display here. Courtney Shortney, yep. Courtney's struggling, yeah, for sure. The Pruvit's really helping with the focus. Yeah, it is interesting. They say better mood, better sleep, better focus, better energy, better mood, better digestion, better fat loss, whatever all those things are. It seems like the effects are not affecting Courtney like they used to, in my opinion. So, rip.
Like I show up as that version of myself? And the answer was no. And so I was like, I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to commit to showing up as that version of myself. What does she look like? What does she wear? How does she dress? Like, and I had started this process years ago, but especially in December, I really started to think about like, okay, what does that version of me look like? What does a legend show up as? Legend Courtney Shepard. And I just started embodying that person. And when I think about like, okay, doesn't a legend go to GoPro? Of course a legend goes to GoPro.
What?
And it's so easy to allow yourself to just back off of taking actions that are going to move you towards your goal. Because you start to doubt your abilities, you start to doubt your skills, you start to doubt the gifts and talents that you're bringing into this world, because you keep yourself stagnant and you keep yourself around people that don't push you, that don't encourage you to become the biggest version of yourself. You're spending too much time around people that you actually feel like you're doing more than you should be doing.
You're around people that make you feel like you're doing more than you should be doing because they're not motivated. Okay, I'm following. I'm tracking. Pruvit might do the opposite if she's neurospicy. Yep. Could be, cats. That's a great perspective. I grew up with a mother and aunts doing some kind of MLM. Which ones? My mom has a lot of Longaberger baskets. I didn't realize it was an MLM until I started doing anti-MLM content. They went they did MLM, then they went retail, and then I thought they went out of business for a second, but they've still got a website. I don't know. Oh, hi, Kai. Nilo Life graphics are something else. We're going to have a Nilo Life roast. Janice is literally being a menace in the graphic design department. We don't know her, and we care more about her grief. And we care more about her grief more than the people close to her do. Yeah, it fucking sucks. People like Eric worry. The chicken nugget of all chicken nuggets.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
We're going to do an ad real quick. It's been 30 minutes, so just give me a second. All right. Here we go.
And I'm constantly finding myself around people that, and if I start to feel like I'm, like, oh, it's okay, I can relax, I can do this, I can do that. If I start feeling that way for too long, then I know that I am not spending I'm not spending enough time around people that think bigger. Because if anything, I want to be in rooms more often where I feel like I'm not doing enough. I can always do more. I can always show up as a bigger version of myself. Like, what is my...
I'm not saying that my experience is everyone's experience. It's not. Absolutely it's not. When my mother-in-law passed away, I know some people have awful mother-in-laws. I didn't. In the process of her getting diagnosed and her life expectancy, like how long she was going to live with her brain cancer, was shared with us, and her journey of fighting it to some extent, giving her more time with family. The lesson I came back with is life is short. spend time with people that you love, and spend time with people who are good for your mental health, and more aptly now I can put more words to it, is preserve and promote your emotional well-being. And God, I understand being driven. Life is short. Life is short. Spend time with people you love. Please, for just I don't know. It's hard to listen and know, like, because we watched Jessie Lee when she was fighting her cancer in the alternative space. She was going live all the time, and you saw her get sicker and sicker and sicker. And you saw Courtney there a lot of the time. You saw Courtney as an onlooker to Jessie Lee's disease getting worse and worse. And the story that, or the conclusions that Courtney Shortney has come up with is that Jessie Lee transitioned, she didn't pass away, that she's speaking to her through her daughter, and to work until whatever, to work harder than everybody in the room and be in rooms with people who are going to work and work and work and work and work. I hope you're spending time with people you love, who love you. Because I hope that you at least got some kind of message that life is fucking short. Please, God. Oh, 50. Let's go. Thank you. If you don't know, I don't love odd numbers, so y'all in the live chat are helping me out. Thank you so much.
How do I step into my energy times 2, right? Like, I love you guys. I saw you, Anna. I see you, Lily. You would have never thought I was cocooning. I've been spreading my wings. Well, I'll just tell you, like, I have. I cocooned myself. I wanted to hide. I didn't want to show up. I look back at my content and I'm like, I'm not posting enough. I'm not showing up loud enough. And Jessie Lee kept saying over and over, you got to live out loud. You got to live out loud. You got to live joyfully. You got to show them that you're doing all of the things. Like, you have to show them. And you can see that in my stories for sure. But I'm not showing it everywhere. Hello, John.
We'll be back in about 15 minutes. It's probably up.
Hello, John. John is the voice of God that runs the GoPro. So I think cocooning ourselves can look different for everyone, but whenever you have to transform from the caterpillar into the butterfly, the caterpillar actually has to turn to goo. It's a very painful process to break your body down, to transform yourself into having wings that you'll never even see. You'll never even realize the beauty, the magnitude, the size of.
When you're, you're a cocoon and then you're eating and then, not you. Is it painful for the moth or the butterfly to like eat their entire lives, then go into a cocoon and then break out of the cocoon and then fly and like become whatever they were with wings and get to do whatever they want? I don't understand the story. And sometimes I'm too literal, like it's difficult for me to pick up things, like maybe I don't understand.
Your energy that you're going to carry as a butterfly, you won't ever get to see it. And I think that that's the whole point. It's one of the most magical gifts about what we have to offer the world, is that we get to not only be the most authentic and loud and bold version of ourselves, but that we're not meant to actually think that we're that good. Because if you think that you're that good, you lose all the value in your goodness. You're not.
You lose all the value in your goodness. It's like, do I need to transcribe what she's saying and then put it in, Google Gemini so I can understand what she's saying, because I am lost. I mean, you're talking about living out loud. I don't know. I'm confused.
Actually that good if you think that you're that good. If you realize how good you are, you're not actually at the level, the level.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Roger Federer knew he was good. In the prime of his career, you can be good, and then you can also run towards like maintaining your skill or trying to get better. It doesn't. You thinking you're good like has nothing to do with it. Her analogies are weird, DC. Thanks, Amy. I think there's a collective confusion amongst the live chat. Replay crew, rip. You know? Sanity go with you.
That high of a level. The people that think that they're good, with the big egos, they're really not that good.
Well, some people are good, and their ego doesn't have anything to do with it. If your ego is blocking you from being teachable, that's one thing. But some people, like the false humility, eye roll of a lifetime. Eye roll of a lifetime. And butterflies are not everlasting. Good point, cats. Courtney literally has lost the plot.
And so the moms that think that they're horrible moms and think they're doing a terrible job and they're screwing their kids up and oh my god, my kids are going to need therapy, like they're going to have so much trauma.
Therapy is not the devil. Your kids could not have any physical, emotional, spiritual trauma, and they may still be have some success with therapy. Maybe they need extra tools because they're neurodivergent. Have you ever thought of that? Probably not. God dang it. In my opinion, nobody needs to do all the things all the time, and nobody needs to see it. Do it under the radar, then reappear later on when you're ready. For sure. That's a great point. You're only good if you need people like Courtney to give you confidence. If you know how great you are, then you can't be manipulated. Yeah.
All the things. I know you're a good mom. Because you constantly feel like you're not good.
No,
and inside
that's a logical fallacy. It's not either or. Just because you think you're a bad mom doesn't mean you're a good mom. If you care about your kids, cool. But if you have realistic things saying, I struggle with emotional regulation, internal emotional moderation, and that impacts kids in a negative way, you could say like, no, I have to work on this. That doesn't mean that you're a good parent. It means like, hey, this could be fucking my kids up, and do I want to work on it? Yeah. To be a healthier person for me, but be a healthier person for my kids. Oh my God. The logic tree just is not.
Of everything that I'm doing, I'm constantly striving to be better because I don't feel like I'm that good. I don't feel like I sometimes question the value that I bring. I doubt myself. I doubt myself a lot.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. Here's a question. Here's just like here.
Can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
I certainly have a question. If multi-level marketing is based on recruiting, which we all know it is, in my opinion, most companies reward people more for recruiting than they do for selling the actual product, okay? In my opinion, when I've looked at comp plans, that's what it seems like to me. And we see that in the Empire. We saw that in the Empire when Jesse Lee was alive. We see that it's still the case. Recruiting is God, okay? Courtney cannot recruit to save her life, in my opinion. She is at the top of a pyramid. Jesse Lee stacked people into her. She doesn't have the skills to teach the people in her downline how to be successful in MLM, even though I believe MLM is an unethical business model, okay? And you may not have the skills to be good in MLM. Hi, Off. Yay! The manager at my new part-time job said I did a great job today. What a good win. Let's go. That's amazing. Congratulations. What a good win. Does anybody have any good wins this week? Or is there anything you're looking forward to next week? My win? Cleaning my room. Also, putting batteries in my tree and hanging my little twinkle lights. I also hung twinkle lights outside my door. So it's very Christmassy in here right now. Very holiday-esque.
But I don't stay there. And I don't surround myself with other people that think of me like that. If anything, I'm constantly being told the opposite, and I can still find myself saying, I have so much more to do. I have so much more room to grow. I can get better. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to this or that or the other? And I'm like, I'm a 7. I got room to grow. I'm a 7. Oh gosh, I'm a 3 there. For sure 2 in this area. I need to step it up. I need to step it up. I need to get better. I need to get better. But at the same time, simultaneously not being so hard on yourself. You can't tear yourself down, right? Like, it can't be, we're like walking contradictions. We're constantly, what is the word? Not a contradiction. It's like the word where I've literally spoken on this stage. That's really crazy for Empire U. Thank you, Anna.
What word are we wanting? Somebody, have your brain?
You need carbs! Your brain runs on glucose!
You need carbs, your brain runs on glucose. Dear God.
Hey, Destiny. Aww. I love you. I love you so much. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. I like fumbled through my words getting on here, and like I just feel her energy so strongly, and I feel like I'm not the same person I was last year at all. Like last year,
you lost your best friend. You spent a lot of time trying to take care of your best friend too when she was sick. I don't necessarily agree with the way you took care of her, but like, you didn't grieve. Yeah. Pause story. Ugh.
I was struggling. I was struggling so hard. I was just surviving. I was just surviving and trying to like figure out what does my life look like without Jessie Lee in it. And now I feel like Jessie Lee's always with me. I get to carry her with me in everything that I do.
I need some help. If you have loved someone, maybe, and again, I know people are different. I know people are different. I know that they think about life and death differently. I know people have different beliefs about this. If you've lost someone you've loved, do you feel like you carry them with you for the rest of your life? If you do, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear a functional, regulated perspective about life after the death of a loved one. Because I don't believe that Courtney is... It seems like she is dysregulated, and it seems like she is struggling to be a functioning person. I think she's pushing off her grief, and it doesn't seem to be healthy. Maybe cognitive dissonance. Many songs done. Thanks, Al. Yay. It could be cognitive dissonance for sure. I don't know.
I get to live louder and more bold. 11 on the clock!
What is an angel number? I don't understand. What are y'all doing with these angel numbers? Angel, what does angel number mean? Angel numbers are repeating number sequences that are believed to be messages from the universe. Okay. What? For an ad break. I forgot to put the right ad break in there. We'll fix it. I wish I could put the right one in there. It's supposed to have a clap so I can find them, but that's okay. That's okay. Do y'all believe in angel numbers or replay crew? Do you? Because I'm confused. I'm confused. In some ways, I think I carry the people that have passed, but not literally. Everyone has an impact on you, especially the people you love. I do, but half of my DNA is my dad, so it makes sense to feel connected to him still. I love the way you word things, Jessica. It helps me understand because, like, sometimes I myself have lost the plot. Like, I cannot follow the plot, so each number means something else. Okay, what does 1111 mean? The angel number 1111 is said to have many meanings. A sign that angelic beings are near, offering... But, like, the time is going to pass anyway. New beginnings, stay on the right path, focus on positive thoughts, soul plan, alignment, be optimistic, soulmate number, deepening bond. The time is going to happen anyway. Okay. Like, it's not like randomly a spirit comes in and changes the number to something. They're saying when you look up and you look at a number, you're generically going to, like, feel something. Okay. That's cool. Natasha said, I believe in angel numbers, but MLM people use it as a con job. I love that perspective. I like understanding because sometimes my brain is so rigid. It's difficult to see the other side of it or the other multifaceted sides of something. To be honest, Courtney seems to have lost it too. We both lost the plot. She was so enmeshed with Jessie Lee. That's why she feels like she's with her all the time. But I too feel like my grandma is with me, but I also know that's probably just a comfort. I love hearing y'all's perspectives, especially the times when y'all disagree with me or help me see it from a different perspective because I'm open to it. Maybe Courtney's just not the communicator that helps me see the other side that well.
I get to live louder because I'm not only living out loud joyfully for myself, I'm doing it for both of us. And it's not enough ever. It's never enough. But
1 second.
I can be the 10x version of myself and continue to evolve what 10x looks like for me over and over. I committed to traveling to Europe every 6 to 8 weeks in May. I committed to being the world traveler. Like, I committed to being authentic and to showing all the parts of me and to not just make it a highlight reel on my social media. I don't care that I show up crying online. I don't care if I mess up and I show you guys my mistakes.
I don't think any anti-MLM person, anyone in the anti-MLM movement is going to make fun of you for crying. Now, are there people on the internet who make fun of you for crying? Yep. Are there people who try to make you cry on purpose because they think it's funny that you feel emotional about something? Yeah. People did that to me in the beginning. I still feel uncomfortable about crying on the internet because of that. Do I do that to manipulate y'all's emotions? No. Is there a balance I'm learning to emotionally regulate myself or have emotional moderation? Yeah. Do I still feel things deeply? Sure. Sure I do. It is what it is. I think the question comes up for me when I see Courtney here is, are you healing in a way that's healthy? Is your healing journey helping you progress, or are you going backwards? Are you helping your kids heal and work through the trauma of losing their godparent? Are you giving them access to therapy? I'd love to know. Oh, thanks, Alexis. Can she be the NVIDIA 3090 version of herself? That seems more productive. Yep, 10X is Grant Cardone. See? Oh, also, Al, if you didn't know, Grant Cardone is a Scientologist. Yep, big time Scientology. I love that. I believe my dad speaks to me through music. I love hearing the perspectives and the differences in opinions that y'all have. And that's one of my Bill of Rights things of I can have different preferences and beliefs than you, and I extend the same boundary to you. I'm literally enmeshed in so much therapy right now, like I'm just repeating shit all the time. Sorry.
Mistakes while I'm making them. It's like all part of the process.
I wasn't saying I don't believe that you don't I don't believe that your dad's speaking to you through music. I'm just saying, like, I love learning about different perspectives, and it's welcome because of that boundary I have of sharing space with potentially different things that people believe. That's what I was trying to say.
You're not supposed to be this perfect put together version of yourself, and like I'm like wearing these new clothes and this new wardrobe, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm still me. Like, I'm still...
She is contradicting herself again.
Still me. And
I will say her haircut looks incredible. I'm sure Courtney says she never watches anti-MLM content. Fine. If one of the people who's on Courtney's team ends up watching this and you lurk to this point, just know Courtney's haircut, 10 out of 10. Does their haircut make the MLM more ethical? No, it does not. Do the clothes and her polished way that she's attempting to present herself make Pruvit more ethical? No. Does it make GoPro more ethical? No. Does it make Eric Worre more ethical? No, 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 no. It does not.
You guys can do the same thing. Like he said something earlier, he's like, there's no difference. There's no difference between, you know, the multimillionaires that are in this and in this.
You know, I don't know if they're Jessie Lee's clothes. I was talking to Aaron about it because, like, sometimes I think I see jewelry that reminds me of stuff Jessie Lee used to wear. But it's like, I think it's more of I'm hyper vigilant about it. And I think she bought some of this herself, even though I think, allegedly, that she has a lot of Jessie Lee stuff. I think. That could be wrong. It's just my opinion.
Room in you. And he compared like $1 million earner. How many days have you lost as $1 million earner? How many days a year like do you feel like you lose? And they're like 50. And you go to the six-figure earners, and the number's going to increase because as you start to become more and more of a professional, you start to realize that time is of the essence, and that every day should be lived to the fullest, and that, you know, like
every day should be lived to the fullest. You're talking about transactional stuff. I'm guessing you're not talking about time with your loved ones. You're talking about every day should be lived to the fullest so you can make as much money as possible. Is that what she's saying? I don't know. Every day should be lived to the fullest to make as much money as possible. These events that she's at are interesting because you do sleep deprivation. There is not a ton of time to eat, so they end up being hungry. There's not necessarily enough time to stay hydrated. You're in a new environment. Those are all things that can end up influencing you in a destructive way. They're things that high control groups end up using to change people's mindsets about stuff. And if you look at the influence continuum. I'm sure y'all are sick of this slide by now, but for someone who hasn't seen it yet, you can look on the right side and see the destructive, unhealthy influence that you can end up falling into. And again, this influence continuum is a part of the BITE model of authoritarian control. The BITE model, behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control. So you end up being in an ecosystem that is more likely to have destructive, high control stuff happen than not. Yes, Fung. We're going to have to change the colors on it. I'll make a new one, okay? Jessica's over it. It's just helpful.
You're not going to lose
Jessica, you make a new one.
as many days whenever you're the higher level that you're operating at. You're not going to lose as many days. And he's like, there's no difference between them and you. But I will tell you, there's a big difference. There's a really, really big difference. And the difference is that if you want to be the successful person, you don't just get there. It doesn't just happen. The first thing that you have to do is commit to excellence, commit to your discipline, commit to your decisiveness, commit to showing up every single day as the biggest version of yourself and not allowing yourself to hold yourself back. Like stopping yourself from buying the clothes,
Stop yourself from buying the clothes? What are you... what is happening?
The clothes. I don't even want to tell you how much this outfit cost, okay? Because like I can't even believe that I've spent that much money on clothes.
Your clothes don't do anything. God. I don't understand what the point she's making. I don't understand. I'm clapping just like Krista Crawford and Christina Smallwood were. I don't understand. I don't understand. Who gives a shit about how much your clothes cost? It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you a better speaker. It doesn't make you a better leader. Your clothes don't do anything for you. They don't. It's easy to not buy the clothes when you just take them. Yes, we're going to watch 3 videos. They're not as long as this one. I'll speed it up. How about that?
On clothes. But there's something that starts to happen with the frequency. There's something that happens when you're buying a more expensive jacket. I try to buy the cheaper stuff. I do buy the cheaper stuff. It doesn't wear the same. And there's something that starts...
Have you heard of tailoring? No? Oh, okay. Sorry. It doesn't wear the same. Have you heard of tailoring? Tailoring can be a game changer. If you get stuff at Goodwill, if you get something that's maybe on the... I'm not talking about fast fashion. If you are committed to like getting something that's going to last a long time, amazing. You can get something custom made. You can get something from Goodwill that's high quality, and then you can get it tailored. Oh my God. Jim Jones used to work his followers to DEATH, let them go to sleep, and wake them up in the middle of the night to listen to his rambling. And they still had to work the next day. It was on purpose. Yup. Shockingly, deprivation of one's basic needs vastly affects one's logic. Who would have thought? Yep. Just a sidetrack.
starts to shift and starts to evolve as you start to step into different frequencies. But it doesn't happen. It didn't just happen. Like, it didn't just come with the first decision of discipline. It didn't just come with the first day of waking up and showing up. Like, you know, people are like, oh God, Courtney, you look so amazing. Your transformation. Oh my God, your butt. Look at your butt. Thank you.
This is giving strange energy to me. I also know that my reactions to things aren't maybe what everyone would do. I probably, and I hope that I never run into Courtney Shortney in real life. I don't have anything against her. We would just not vibe. And also, I've made a lot of content about her and Jessie Lee. Like, I'm sure it wouldn't be good. I would be like, and what's the point? What are you trying to say? I would ask a lot of questions, and I'd probably sidetrack her from what she's wanting to say, because I don't understand. I don't understand the chronological logic of what she's saying. She's talking about her clothing. She's talking about how big of a rank she did. She's talking about how much she was able to spend on her outfit. Federal Trade Commission, anyone. How good you are as a leader, and then, oh, you're talking about how the discipline got you here. Stacking from Jessie Lee got you there. Working for free and then getting stacked into by Jessie Lee got you to where you are. I don't believe that there would ever be a situation on God's green earth, in my opinion, that Courtney would have been able to get to rank 10 by herself. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't forget to take your meds. Hydrate.
I appreciate it. I go with the Stairmaster every time I get in the gym. I started in the gym consistently. Y'all don't even want to know when I bought the gym membership, okay, that I spend $500 a month on. And why do I do that? I spend $500 a month on the gym membership because the quality of conversations and relationships.
$500? What is happening? I don't just while we sit with that. $500? And $500 and you're not going to the gym? I understand. I get it. Sometimes you're, $20 a month. Sometimes you get busy. I get it. I'm not saying like, oh my God, you have to go every time. But $500? I won't even pay the $69. Oh, can anyone get us to 60 likes? That would be cool. We're at 58. All right. She must be going to the Star. I can't imagine that any other gym around there would be that expensive.
That I make inside of that gym are so much higher than at the $30 a month gym. And also, because my 3 kids go to childcare in there, so I have to pay $100 for each kid. It's why it's so expensive, okay? It's like
$100 for each kid?
Something for one person, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to let you know that there are things that people are willing to spend their money on because they want an experience with it. And if you think that people aren't spending their money with you, it's because you're not providing an experience.
Are people not signing up with you to have you lead them because you're not giving value to your team members? No? Oh, sorry. I just was trying to follow. I was trying to apply the rules that you're sharing with us to a situation that may be relevant, but what do I know? Equinox? Oh, that makes sense. Equinox. Holy forking shirt balls, lady. We've got that soundbite. Oh, I'll play the Star Wars. I just got distracted. What's this one? We're getting busted for that one. Here we go. Holy
mother forking shirt balls.
This is the bad place.
This is the bad place.
Not showing them the biggest, boldest version of yourself and getting in their face to let them know that you have something to offer them. Right? Get yourself prepared. Show up and be loud. And don't be afraid to be loud. And have fun with it. Enjoy your life.
Be loud or be quiet. Being loud is better. No, you can be any kind of way that you want to show up. That's healthy. That doesn't harm others. And doesn't harm yourself. Brett? Huh? What do you mean loud? Does she mean like don't be afraid to be who you are in a way that's authentically you, even if that way isn't loud, is she saying don't hide who you are from people? Like, what is she trying to say?
Right? Like, the transformation is happening for me because of a series of commitments, of a long, consistent relationship with discipline, okay, that started unfolding a long time ago. And I'll tell you, inside of this last 365 days, the amount of days that I feel like I've personally lost is why I'm bringing that up. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to have more successful days than you do days that you feel like are unsuccessful.
We're talking about successful days. If we're talking about successful days, I'm going to link the John M. Taylor study. This was done in 2011. I know you could say, oh my God, that's such a long time ago. They did it, and they saw that most people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt for multi-level marketing. So even if you had quote-unquote more successful days in a year, most people are not going to win in multi-level marketing. Just based on the stats, based on the data. And you're going to make the claim that having more good days than bad days are going to overcome the data that shows that this business opportunity doesn't yield good results for more people than it harms? Huh. $260 a month if you add childcare. Okay. My gym is $15 a month. Now that's a flex. I know Jessie Lee was going to the Star or whatever. Maybe that was at Equinox inside the Star. But Lifetime, it could be Lifetime too.
And you have to stack your wins. You have to stack your successful days. You have to stack going to the gym and getting on this.
How interesting that you're talking about stacking, because you were stacked into by Jessie Lee, from what I understand. It sure is easier to stack your wins when someone else is doing the work for you.
Stairmaster if you want your booty to look good. There are people that are saying that I'm doing things that I'm not doing. Allegedly. I don't know. I haven't seen it. So somebody told me.
Oh, you liar.
I don't care what people say about me. I don't care.
Oh,
let them talk. Let them talk.
I didn't mean to say you liar. Allegedly. She keeps saying like, oh, this is what people are saying, but I don't know because I didn't watch it. Ma'am, you're watching anti-MLM. You are. Just admit it. Just admit it. Or don't bring it up because you're telling on yourself. You're literally telling on yourself. Or you could say, you know what? People in anti-MLM are telling others that I do Ozempic or I do Wegovy, and I don't do that. Okay, fine. End of discussion. Or you could say, I do that, and it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Don't tell us, though, that the ketones are giving you the fat loss, because if they actually worked, it would have done it in the beginning, in my opinion.
Let them say things about me. Let them get other people to come find me. And then those people that find me are like, wow, I love her. She's so authentic. She's so fun. I love her energy. And they watch. And they watch. It's okay. You're going to get people that hate on you, that don't understand what you're doing or why you're doing it, that want to talk trash, that want to say bad things about you to make themselves feel better. They want to bring you down to their level of misery.
Sure. Sure. Here's the thing. Here's I am frustrated when I see people in multi-level marketing taking advantage of other people. That seems unethical. That seems wrong. That seems that seems like something that if you were fully awake to the pain that multi-level marketing can inflict on others, that seems pretty devastating if you're aware of it and you continue to do it, even though you know it hurts other people. And I feel frustrated. I feel angry. I feel, after I was in 2 MLMs, I recruited people. I sold a shit ton of product in both MLMs, and I got stacked into in my last one a lot. Hurting others, taking advantage of them financially, does make me, I do feel a certain kind of way about that. I can own that I feel rage when I see people getting taken advantage of. And when I saw that I was part of the problem when I was in MLM, because of what anti-MLM helped me start thinking about, I got out. And now that I see people doing it, my head is clearer. I want to speak up about it. I see behaviors in top leaders doing this fuckery. I see you, Courtney Shortney, doing it, and I'm going to call out the behavior. I'm not sliming you. I'm saying me asking questions about what you're doing isn't ad hominem. Oh, we have a slide. Where is it? Where's ad hominem? It's not trashing you. We're saying if you are taking Wegovy or Ozempic, we have a question. Asking if it's true or false isn't slandering you.
What is an ad hominem attack fallacy? An ad hominem attack is attacking an opponent's character or their motives for believing something instead of disproving their argument. Someone may have character flaws, but their argument can still be valid. It is not an ad hominem when someone only questions whether someone is telling the truth.
Asking if you're taking Ozempic when you claim that the ketones are doing something, like, that's not trashing you, and it's not us being miserable. We're saying, hey, if you're taking advantage of people, we're not going to sit down and be quiet about it. We're not going to sit and let you continue to do all this stuff. You being whoever in multi-level marketing is doing this. Eric Worre, Courtney Shortney, Sasha, Mateo, Kelsey Ray, Lindy Kennard, John and Nadia Melton, a whole host, Doug and Tia Wood, Kevin Tinter and his spouse. Like, fuckery is afoot. The behaviors are across the board. It's not specifically targeting one person. And asking a question if you are falsifying the results of what your MLM product can do is fuckery. Miss Ma'am. Thumbs downers. What's up? Let's go.
Let them. I think Mel Robbins is here this weekend. New book out. Let them. It's the let them theory. If they wanted to, they would. And if you wanted to, you would. So you want something different in your life? The universe is always asking you. God's always asking you, what do you want? What do you want? And every day you align yourself with it by the actions that you take, by the thoughts that you have. So if you want your life to change, if you don't like where you're at right now, change it. I knew if I wouldn't have come here this weekend, I would have regretted it. I knew I wouldn't regret being here. I always get exactly...
Maybe we regret not going to therapy instead of going to put more money in Eric Worre's pocket when he is just going to ask you to spend more and go into a funnel that you're constantly chasing some amazing golden nugget that he allegedly has for you, and he's the one just getting richer and richer and richer and richer. I'm not saying money's bad. I'm saying, is the value there with Eric Worre? I don't believe it is.
What I need. And that's part of my commitment to myself. That I'm going to develop, that I'm going to evolve, that I'm going to become the best version of myself. And if I'm not at events, if I'm not stretching myself outside my comfort zone, and if I'm not getting around people that make me feel like I'm not doing enough, that make me feel like I'm like all of these 6-7 figure earners, multi 6-figure earners, this mom with a baby, like every single one of them is going to
what?
Like when you get in a room like this, you start to feel uncomfortable.
Do you? What?
You start to feel like, wow, that guy's making $750,000 No income claims. No income claims. Okay.
No income claims. Someone's making 7. You understand? You understand? Do you understand? I'm like rage. Oh my God. Do you understand that still was an income claim? You can't just say, oh, no whammies. Yes, Chloe, this is proof that people can look good externally, but can truly be struggling inside. Absolutely. I think that everybody who actually liked Jessie Lee, her family, who she had good relationships with, her brother, her nephew, her brother's wife, anybody that I know she had reconnected with her mom, would all prefer Jessie Lee still be alive today. I wish Jessie Lee was still alive today so that she could be with her family and be with people who were healthy and who loved her, instead of we're just trying to milk her for her influence or her cash. I'm sorry that Courtney is mourning her best friend. I'm also, humans are complex enough to experience multiple emotions about something. I can feel sadness for the loss of someone. I've lost people. And also say, fuckery is afoot when you're taking advantage of people and also breaking the Federal Trade Commission rules about what it means to protect the consumer, and people in MLM far and above do not do that. Follow the rules. Stay in your lane. Stop taking advantage of people. Nice, Av. 2 things can be true at the same time. Yes. I think that's an either-or fallacy. God dang, these thumbs downers. What's up? The either-or fallacy, it's like it either has to be this or this, and like multiple things can be true. It can be like if there's only, it's not just 2 options. It's not just, oh, you can be angry or you can be happy. No, you can be both at the same time. Here, we'll play it. I'm still loading all these up.
What is an either-or fallacy? When someone asserts that we must choose between 2 things, when in fact we have more than 2 alternatives, they are using the either-or fallacy.
Close, but like I'm still learning. But it's that's more about saying you can do this or this, and there's more than that. It's not just saying I can only be angry or happy at the same time, or I can only be angry or I can be happy. I can't be both, or those are the only 2 emotions. It's anyways. It's a work in progress, okay?
With 4 years experience in this profession, I got 17. What's the difference? The difference is energy and consistency.
And they're probably good at recruiting, and you're not.
Consistency. Get consistent. Know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want,
Can I just say this? If you're pro MLM, can you just answer the questions that anti-MLM movement actually brings up, and stop lying to us that you're not watching the content when you actually are watching the content? Just say, you know what? Y'all said this about me and it's not true. Or y'all said this about me and it was true. Or actually addressing the issues that we have, like the upline gets paid when their downline presses purchase from the company. That even if they don't move the product to a customer, the upline still wins. What about that? That's a question I have.
Then there is no possible way for the frequencies to align you to anything other than what your thoughts are bringing. And so if you don't know what you want, you're going to continue to get more of you don't know what you want. This woman right here, she manifested the man of her dreams.
I sure did.
The wedding of her dreams.
That you got to go to.
That I was in. I wasn't in it, but I was I made myself in it. I was like, let me hold your dress, boo. Let me hold your dress.
Sure did. It was just, and you made me laugh.
We did. We had some great photos. Friends like this. You're not going to find friends like this if you don't come to events like this, if you don't invest in yourself.
You can do, you can find community that doesn't cost anything to go to. 69 and 11, odd numbers. Don't love it, but that's okay. You don't have to pay $500 to find friends, dear God.
You don't know what you want. You want to be a higher level version of you. She wanted that.
And she got that. And guess why? I put my butt in the seat.
She put her butt in the seat.
She came to GoPro and she found a husband and she had the wedding of her dreams. That's what you're telling me. This is, I don't know what logical fallacy this is, but like we're in logical fallacy land right now and we're freaking stuck here.
Took action. It didn't just happen overnight. Did you see the sass? Oh, she's got come at her. Okay. She's got a little extra zoom behind boom behind that one. It's frustrating because the people will talk about you and they will say things that aren't true about you, but you have to keep showing up. And the one thing that's going to
they're going to talk about you and they're saying things that aren't true about you and you have to keep showing up. I mean, yeah, you could just ignore things that people say about you on the internet. Sure. That's fine. If you're going to keep talking about it, though, if you're going to actually bring it up and bring it to your platform, like, actually answer the question. I did not go to GoPro and found the man of my dreams and had the wedding of my dreams, so... yeah. We don't understand what logic is happening here.
Continue to sabotage is your mindset. You're going to keep sabotaging yourself over and over and over again because that is what your mindset wants you to do. It's trying to keep you comfortable. So, I have to yell now. I got to let you go. It's 2 minutes.
I got to let you go, but I'm going to keep talking for another 2 minutes.
If you're not back at your cameras just yet, in front of your device.
I love you all. Oh, yeah. Listen,
Turn on your cameras, visibility.
Brianna and I knew we were going to be besties. I knew from the butterflies. They said she's got butterflies on her arm.
Oh, yes.
I'm like,
they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
They're flying up her arm. They were also at her wedding.
They were.
I have what's it called? An irrational fear of butterflies. I do. I know they're not dangerous. I have had meltdowns when they've landed on me. Not a fan, but I'm glad the tattoos look cute.
And I saw your face. I thought you didn't know that was happening.
Everyone thought that. No,
but it was because of the moment. It was the moment. You're like, wait, what are you doing?
Tell me about it.
It was a bride moment. She was like, this is not how this is supposed to be happening.
Eyes twitching.
Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Go be great. Stop holding yourself back. No one else is telling you you can't except for you.
I mean, a coach? What?
And there are plenty of other people that feel the exact same way that you do, that are looking for people like you, just like I was looking for people like her and like Jelly, and they were looking for people like me to be friends with. You can align yourself with any frequency you want, you just have to ask for it. Ask for it.
I feel like you right now.
You feel like me? She's taking a bunch of supplements. Ciao. Ciao for now. I don't have anyone else to show you right now. I'll show you the room.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next piece here at GoPro Experience 2024?
Giorgio!
Are you ready?
Giorgio!
Are you ready?
That man.
Please help me welcome back to the stage with a thunder.
Ciao for now.
I'm sorry we kept watching that. I apologies. What? Here we go. I know, we have 3. I'm sorry. The next one is her in the brown. Is this brown? Yes. Oops. All right, here we go. I don't know what is happening. Okay. Okay. I don't know if she's trying to like have a persona. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to play this on fast.
And you let her go. Oh, whoa. It's a great day to have a great day. Hello.
Before we start this, here we go. Here's a corgi. All right.
Beautiful people, we are live. Day 2, GoPro 2024. I've had an emotional day. Oh my goodness, I have had such an emotional day. I would love to hear if you guys are on the GoPro experience and what are your biggest takeaways from day 2? I would love to hear it. Tell me, let me know. What are some of your biggest takeaways? Who did you love that you saw? I loved everyone I've watched today, first of all. I loved yesterday. I loved everyone I've seen today. This is definitely one of... They're messing with the lights. Are you messing with me? Are you messing with me, John?
Oh, you can't see it.
John doesn't even do the lights. What am I talking about? I don't remember who does the lights.
I know,
so,
like, we can't see her.
Thank you.
We can't see her, DC.
I love this song. So bouncing like a heartbeat on the ground. What you had, and what you lost. I literally can't even help. I just started singing. Okay, so I'm in Vegas, live in person at this event, and one of the biggest things that I was reminded of watching this, or today, was from Marina, and mostly, like, I want to shout out to you because it was one of the recent things that I'd seen. Boss Babe Inc. with Natalie Ellis blew me away. So good. Such an amazing training she did as well.
She's at 1.25 right now.
My friend Tina Joy crushed it on stage today as well. And I just, like, when Marina said that you're going to get to a new level, you're going to get there and things are going to shift and you're going to have to show up as a new version of yourself. And she started talking about, like, whenever she set out to find the man of her dreams, she really thought about, okay, what do I want this man to have? And she was like, don't set these, like, don't make the list so long that the man doesn't actually exist. Like, you have to be realistic with what you're looking for. And that was like the setup for the entire training that she did. And she said that you're going to it's a different chandelier that's spinning today, and I've noticed it moving a couple times above my head.
I'm quieter.
Crazy. So that you are going to...
I seem quieter. It should be okay. Let me double check. It should be okay. I was talking lower because I was, like, embarrassed that I forgot to put her on screen. So she should be okay. She should be on screen now. You may be behind a little bit. Yeah, my bad.
Like she said, when she looked at that list, she was like, okay, well, my dream man is going to be looking for what kind of woman? A woman who matches those same qualities, a woman who has those same values, a woman who has those same type of goals. Like, and so she's like, I have to become that version of myself. Like, I have to elevate myself because I'm not operating at this level either. If I want to attract this kind of man, then I got to show up as this kind of woman. And it's the same way that we look at our leadership. It's the same way that we look at how we're attracting people into our lives and everything that we do. And I just thought that was like, it's so.
I don't understand this because you get to have any kind of boundaries you want in life. You get to say, this is who I am. This is what I'm okay and not okay happening. This is... Here. I'll read you my book. Clinical... Is it this one? No, it's boundaries. It's for sure boundaries. Okay. So I get to I can control who can touch me. No touching without permission, and I can control the distance that I am to someone else and the distance that someone gets to me. I get to leave any situation for any reason. I get to be calm when I communicate. I get to, or I can expect, I have the right to expect civil and respectful conversation with others, and I have the right to disagree with you. I have the right to comment on my reality, my thoughts, and my feelings. And I'm not going to read all of them, but I have the right to accept you the way you are. I have the right to have different beliefs and principles than you. I have the right to communicate my needs and limits with others. I have the right to regulate myself. So, like, you go through these. You have your, whatever, your Bill of Rights. And then you also get to have your internal and your external boundaries. And then you also get to implement talking boundaries with people. So when you're talking about, oh, my sister's here. When you're talking about my dog, when you're talking about manifestation, I don't understand that. I really don't. She's saying you have to be fake to get a mate. Oh, see, Natasha, we're done streaming. We get it. I guess my thing is, why do I have to manifest something when I know who I am and what I am and am not okay with? And like, yeah, you're looking for something, but you get to enforce boundaries and whatever so that you don't have to just through osmosis or through kind of cloud contact go be in a group and hopefully the vibe is good. You can leave at any time for any reason. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand manifestation. That's fine.
Powerful because she started to use the example of, the lighting's better when I hold it. She started to use the example of, you know, as you level up in leadership and as you show up as a more powerful version of yourself, this is the only profession where our income is actually determined by the amount of people that we help. So you might
unless you get stacked into. Oh, DC, you're just a hater. She didn't get stacked into. You're telling me that Jessie Lee, her best friend, who recruited more people than a chunk of the people combined in the Empire recruited, that she didn't stack strategically, that she didn't stack Sasha to rank 10 so that she could become legend? You're saying she didn't stack Courtney? Come on. Give me a break. That's in my opinion. She's probably going to say, oh, that's not true. That's not true, and you can't verify it. Either way, fine.
3 on the clock. You might look at, you know, other professions and think, well, like, teachers bring so much value, so, like, their checks don't reflect it either, right? Because that profession doesn't allow that to happen. But in this profession, your check actually does grow by the amount of people that you help. If you don't help people, if you don't change people's lives, if you are not actually helping people, your check will not continue to grow. Like, people that are not good people, that aren't actually helping people in this profession as a whole, they do not tend to succeed. They don't.
So what about the people who were car earners who've left because they have woken up and said this is unethical? What about Erin, who was successful in Pruvit in the Empire, and she woke up and she was like, yeah, this is not for me. Oh. But those successful people, they stay. And the only people who leave are unsuccessful. That's broken logic, if I've ever heard it. And again, Rutro said, not true, she isn't helping people. How can you help people when you're signing them up for a triangular prism scheme? Is my question. Also, I know we have the thumbs downs, but if anyone wants to like the stream to either get us to 74 or 75, I would be eternally grateful.
They don't last, right? They just don't. And money, I don't know what is going on with this hair.
They just don't? God dang. Yeah, they do. They just don't. Trust, there's something where, I don't remember what it is. I'm still learning all these. But there's something where the logical fallacy is just because I said so. I don't remember which one it is. I'm trying to learn these so I can have better dialogue with y'all about, and maybe people who are watching this who are pro MLM and say, oh yeah, that is a logical fallacy that she's saying. But I'm still learning. Is it generalization? Hold on. Let me just look. What is I still have my notes up, so maybe it's a generalization fallacy occurs when someone makes a broad conclusion based on insufficient or limited evidence. The conclusion that the only people who fail in multi-level marketing are the ones who are unsuccessful. It ignores the need for sufficient diverse evidence to support a conclusion, and it oversimplifies complex realities, leading to stereotypes or false beliefs. I think that's pretty close. So, anyways. Here we go.
Here today. Money just brings out the version of you, like a bigger version of you of who you already are. It doesn't actually change people. It just magnifies who you actually are at your core. And she said when it comes to like thinking about a plane taking off, every new level of elevation is going to bring on new challenges. It's going to require a new version of you. And if you want to go up to a higher level of velocity, because what ends up happening as
Sorry, my sister's here. She's moving to another state, so.
you're trying to navigate this is that you will rise or fall to the level of leadership, to the level of development that you've provided for yourself,
Yes,
that you've shown up with. And so, if you're not growing, if you're not transforming, if you're not evolving yourself as a person to a higher velocity, then you can't.
You're telling me teachers and nurses are not at a higher level, a higher velocity of ethical teachers, ethical nurses who are good at their job, who are decent human beings. They are not evolved in that. And again, her saying that you have to be evolved to be able to get to that higher level of income. How does that explain then the douche canoes who are millionaires and billionaires? Are they highly evolved? And then what about the people who are the best people on the planet and they are maybe some of the people who earn the lowest amount of income? It's not like you make money, and to be able to make money, you have to be a good human. And then to not make money, you have to be a bad human. It's broken thinking. Welcome back, Michelle. Y'all remember how Herbalife targeted Latinx communities? Yeah, this is exactly like that. Yep. Are they playing Julie Joe's intro song? I don't think so. Julie Joe's intro song, I think, is from YouTube. Douche canoes.
Possibly stay at that level, you'll fall. And so I'm just thinking about how a plane and when you're flying private, it's just different. I haven't done it that many times, but it's just different. I've done it twice. Technically 3 flights. So to and from on one and then way home on another. And
she's got a crown ring on her finger. I think an empire ring. Did you see that? It was a crown ring.
It's the vehicle that you're driving, when you think about a commercial flight versus a private flight, the vehicle that you choose is just a level of, it's just a part of the level. It's a part of the velocity that you're at.
Oh, so if you're a better person, you're going to drive a better car? What about the multimillionaires who just drive like a Honda? Or just a regular run-of-the-mill car? Am I taking it too literally? Like, I wish that people could speak and do stories that make sense and that just make sense. Oh, it was? I'm a chicken nugget. Sorry for that. I've been wrong so many times today. I just have lost count. That's awesome. That's so cool.
At, right? I can't choose private every time right now. That's not where we're at. But
I'll have to send Julie Joe this video.
when you look at the life that you want to live, you look at the partner you want to have.
I must have not recognized it because we're on 1.25. Y'all's ears are great.
Look at the business you want to grow. You look at the people you want to work with. It's like, are you operating at the level at which you are desiring to attract people? Because if you don't like the conversations that you're having right now, if you don't like the people that you're working with right now, if you're not excited about what you're doing right now, if you are not excited about the vehicle that you're in, like as an opportunity, that's the...
Oh, as an opportunity. Okay. I thought she was talking about a car.
Vehicle. If you're not excited about that, ask yourself why.
I don't understand because she was talking about an opportunity in comparison to an actual vehicle, and then she was talking about how she actually used a plane as transportation and that flying private was better than flying commercial. And then she said, oh, a vehicle as in the opportunity. And I'm like, I'm confused. Probably just because you're an uneducated hater, DC. She's talking about both at the same time. I wish she was not. Oh, God.
Like, how are you
I'm glad there's smart people in the chat because I obviously need the help.
Showing up? Who is, oh, darling, Tay, thank you so much, babe. As this, at this level that you're at and that you're choosing to step into, what is it going to require? What are you going to have to start doing? But more importantly, what are you going to have to let go of? Like, what are the things that you have to stop doing in order to make space and capacity for the person that you're becoming? Just ask Sandro, right? Sandro has grown his business insane, and he's only been in the profession for 4.5 years. But he had the transferable skills that allowed him to create the vision that he wanted for where he sees himself going, for the level that he wants to operate at. Can I come through here? Yes. Thank you. He's like, oh, what do I want my business to look like? Who do I want to work with? What are the people that, like, who am I attracting? What are the conversations that I'm, like these two. Giordano, Marco, eating in the sunshine. I can't do that. It's not part of my digestion. My digestion is that I have to eat in direct lighting, not direct.
Her digestion, does sunlight have anything to do? Does sunlight have anything to do with how humans digest food? While the sunlight doesn't directly affect the process of digestion itself, it does play a role in gut health through its influence on vitamin D production in the skin, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut lining and regulating the immune system that impacts digestion. Essentially, adequate sun exposure can indirectly support better digestion by ensuring sufficient vitamin D levels in the body. She has to eat in the shade away from the vitamin D? What? We've heard this before. She has to eat in the shade for optimal digestion of food. Amy's like, she's talking bullshit. Oh, God. Yes, we watched her go off on that, and I just didn't know she was going to be bringing it up again. Here we are. I initially, like, there's some things that I'm like, oh yeah, that's bullshit. And then I'm like, was I wrong about this? Kind of like I was wrong about conversating. I was very wrong about conversating.
Indirect. So, I didn't even really want to eat lunch today, to be totally honest.
I didn't really want to eat lunch today, to be totally honest. Hello?
You need carbs! Your brain runs on glucose!
I've had that question Anna Maria, I don't understand that question. Jesse Lee's business was not Ciao ragazzi. Hello guys. Italiano on the FaceTime.
I personally, this has nothing to do with multi-level marketing. This has nothing to do with the unethicalness of any kind of whatever, okay? I personally wouldn't want to wear satin or silk or whatever to any event where I would have to be sitting and standing and sitting and standing because of the wrinkles. But that's just me being neurospicy, okay? I say neurospicy in the most loving way possible, okay?
It is not Epic. No, we are at Worry Studios. This is GoPro, the largest generic profession. I can't even say the right words. Event that there is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sunshine.
Not anymore.
So yeah, I know. I miss her too. Look at this. That is so cool.
I'm nervous though on my hairs.
Yeah, I just feel like so to kind of answer the question the best way that I can. The business is not willed to anyone. So it just people. Yeah, long story short. There was restructuring where people could choose, and so
there was restructuring to where people could choose. Let me rewind it. I'm gonna rewind that back a few seconds.
Look at this. That is so cool. I love it. Yeah, I just feel like so to kind of answer the question the best way that I can. The business is not willed to anyone. So it just people. Yeah, long story short. There was restructuring where people could choose, and so.
The business wasn't willed to anyone. There was restructuring to where people could choose who their upline was. Huh. Please hold. Can you, Will? She didn't have a will. I don't know. There's some businesses that do allow it. Mary Kay is one of them. I don't know. I don't know about here. Policies and procedures. Let's see. Will? Death? Here we go. Find. Upon the death or incapacity. Why am I okay? Upon the death or incapacity of a promoter, the promoter's account and business associated therewith may be passed on to his or her legal successors in interest. Whenever a Pruvit business is transferred by will, the successor acquires the right to collect all bonuses and commissions of the deceased promoter sales organization. The successor must accept and agree to all terms of the Prover agreement, comply with the terms and provisions of the Prover agreement, and meet all of the qualifications for the last rank achieved by the former promoter. They could have. She didn't leave a will. She didn't leave a will. So it fucking sucks. It's frustrating that nobody in her life, that there was no opportunity to speak any kind of logic into this. God, I don't know. I'm just frustrated. That's fine. It's fine. Cassosities! Hello! She's photosynthesizing her lack of logic or something.
So,
there are definitely people in our organization
Oh, you're
that
right.
were
Cassosities. No. She can't eat in the sun, so no photosynthesis. Correct.
There's a large part of the empire that is inside of our organization, and I say our just from my level, and then all of the people that fit inside of that. And there's a lot of huge organizations inside of our team. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Such an interesting question to try to answer because I don't look at it like that. But, yeah. So when you think about elevating yourself to a higher, our team earned the rank 10 and then legend in February and March of this year. And
wait, she hit legend? Courtney Shortney hit legend? Why do I not know this? I thought she hit rank 10. Is she speaking the royal we right now? Like what? Okay. Courtney Alexandra Shepard hits legend in Pruvit. Did she? I'm sure she would have posted about it, right? Search. Legend. Whoa. This is her from a long time ago. 7 years ago. Oh my God. Oh my God. Legend. Nope. Anything on rank 10? Four years ago? I don't see anything. Okay.
crazy because I just said to you guys yesterday, I think on the live, I didn't feel worthy of that title. And
because you didn't recruit anybody consistently. You don't recruit people consistently.
And although it was like a massive goal for me and I had like envisioned it and like it looked nothing like the way that I pictured it would.
I know, because you wanted your friend there. Sure. You wanted to celebrate with her best friend, and she didn't get to because she passed away.
And in that process, I realized like I was going through this huge expansion in February, and I was like creating so much space for myself to just like embody this new next version of me. And yeah, I know I don't even talk about it. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you.
I think she genuinely misses Jessie Lee. I also think she's healing in a toxic way. Or she's not healing at all. I don't think she's sitting with her emotions and working through them. That's just me.
I was creating so much space for myself. Like I was literally on the way to a women's retreat, hot spring retreat, to just be in the desert, in the hot spring, quantum leap, because that was my intention. My intention was that I'm going to grow so much this weekend. I'm going to be so intentional about where I'm going and what I'm doing that I am literally going to jump timelines. Like I'm going to jump timelines. I know that I am. I'm going to quantum leap. It's leap year. It was.
What do you mean jump timelines? Someone explain this to me. What do you mean regular people talk about jumping? Regular people who aren't crazy are talking about jumping timelines? What? Cons of universe timeline jumping? The curious problem of timeline jumping. What? I don't... Is this like flat earthing? Is this like flat earthing? Okay, I can't keep up. I'm so confused. Thank y'all. What would I do without y'all? Have really weird videos. Oh my God.
Leap day. It was like, it was very, very, very intentional. And getting on that plane, going, oh my God. I love full circle moments. Getting on the plane. Increasing velocity. Of course. You always do this to me. Increasing velocity. Going up in the plane is when I got the notification we hit rank 10 on that trip.
I thought that she hit legend.
That I knew I was going to expand and grow and just make so much more space for my own capacity to hold more, to be more, to do more, to grow more, to lead more. And fast forward after that trip, because I had told myself, Courtney, just be. Like, just learn how to be and how to show up as the most authentic version of yourself, and stop forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do. Do the things that feel good and show up when it feels good. And if you don't want to show up and you don't want to post a story, don't post a damn story. Like, that's what I told myself. I was like, no, I'm owning this. I am stepping into I'm going to run my business the way I want to run it. I'm going to build myself to the top of a mountain that I want to live on. And like, that is the life I'm going to lead for myself. God, Vegas right now is just so warm and I'm obsessed. Last year it was like cold.
It looks like she's like really hardcore going in for the designer stuff. She's got an Hermes bracelet on her other hand. She bought a bunch of designer clothing for GoPro. It's interesting. Strange. It's strange.
And so
yeah. She's trying to talk to Jessie Lee Ward, yep. She genuinely needs counseling for everything that she's going through. It's sad she hasn't yet, but some people think that's a no-no. Yep. Yes, a rut-row. Imagine walking past her when she's talking to her phone about this. Yep.
Climbing the velocity, crazy. Like, the Wi-Fi is kicking off. The internet is going out, and I'm being notified that we just crushed the top paid rank in our company. And March, it was just like, okay, I'm not forcing myself to do anything that I don't want to do. And when April came, we had an event.
What a luxury that you're not going to force yourself to do something you don't want to do when you make people on the Zoom calls do stuff that they don't want to do. That's interesting. Sorry, sorry. I just couldn't stop looking at my thumb. Sorry.
And I just like kind of told myself, like, I thought I'd be further along. Like, I literally said to myself, I thought that I would be, I can't see it now. I thought celebration. Oh, I love this. Thank you. I love you. Love you guys. Whenever I was kind of in April and going, and I think a lot of you guys can relate to this. You can drop yes in the comments if you do.
Touching your pants.
It's like I get to the event, and my intention for that event was like, I am going to be with my community. Like, I know how bad I need this, and I started to realize throughout, especially right before going to the Bahamas, I kept being reminded, you have to, like, being shown and told, like, you have to get yourself around people and surround yourself with people, Courtney, because that is what
community is important, for sure. Healthy community is important. Healthy community is important. Sure. Healthy community is important also when you're healing from stuff.
Actually re-energizes you, re-sparks you and inspires you to take different action, to show up differently. Like, you need the community. You can't do this alone. You know that. You already know that about yourself. And so my intentions for that Bahamas trip was like, I'm going to find my community inside of our community. Like, I'm going to find the people that I'm going to link arms with and that inspire me to be more, do more, and love more, right? And in April, I thought I would have been further. I was like, I really saw myself as being more like ready. I thought that I would have I don't even know how to describe this, because I just thought my actions would look different at that point. I thought that I would have been further along
in your recruiting, or no? Huh? What?
Personal not even personal development, just in like my mindset of where I was at and where I was going and my belief and like all these things. Like, I just saw myself being somewhere different, because at that point I was only
You see the crown ring on her finger, right?
7 months ish into my grief. And I was just like realizing on that trip that I had tried to put myself on a timeline with my grief, even though I told myself there was no timeline. And that,
sure, there's not a timeline. What's your therapist talking to you about? Not want you to overshare. I just hope that you're getting help processing your grief in a healthy way that helps you become functional and emotionally moderated and regulated, from going from a dysregulated, dysfunctional state to a regulated, functional state. I would love that for her.
that trip is when I started to like really feel a transformation happening, and I could tell that I was
the designer
finally
stuff is new.
Releasing.
That's new according to the first video we watched to this one. She is trying to show up as the person she wants to be, the successful, put together person. So she talked about all the expensive clothes that she just bought to show up to vibrate at the right frequency of successful people. And apparently that means wearing designer stuff. I don't know. I wasn't really tracking that well with it.
So much, and I was getting my memory back after that trip. So from April, I've just I've always prided myself on being able to like, what's the word I'm looking for? I love her outfit today. She looks so cute. I just looked at myself and like thought that I was supposed to be something different. So I've always prided myself on my memory. I was like trying to look.
Sorry. She says she's always prided herself on her memory. She says this all the time. She said this on the live stream she did about 4 days before Jessie Lee passed away. She went live in her car after she had been taking care of Jessie Lee. Jessie Lee's texting her as she's going live, and she brings this up all the time, that she prides herself on her memory, and I debate that. I'm not sure. Does it matter in the terms of, is it unethical? If you end up kind of participating in lies of omission or lies of commission, I think it can put you in twisty waters, especially if your memory isn't that good. Yes, you never actually stop grieving. It just becomes easier to handle. I just hope that she gets to learn healthy coping mechanisms instead of leaning into these maladaptive coping mechanisms for the trauma of losing her best friend, where those maladaptive behaviors end up doing more harm to her than good, or doing more harm to the people around her than good. I hope she gets help. I hope she gets help with her grief.
Literally trying to remember what I was saying. I've always prided myself on my memory. Like, I've always just felt like I have an incredible memory, and it's one of the things that I love so much about myself. And so I'm able to remember things, and I'm able to utilize it as a strength in a lot of different ways. When you think about relationships that you have with people, your memory is like your best, like it's your strongest asset, in my opinion. And I've honed in and perfected the way that I use my memory. And so grief, what that does to you, what any type of trauma does to you, any trauma, any transition from what is going on with all these pants? I'm wearing silky pants, and so it's like, anyway, it's starting to get warm in the sun. It will take your memory out. And so I was really excited in April because my memory started to come back, and I started to feel like myself again. And then May,
your brain's going to protect itself when you've gone through a traumatic experience, and sometimes that impacts your memory. So
I don't even know. Oh, May, it's okay. We went to Germany. I had an event in Germany with the team, and then July, like that was what catapulted me into being like, you know what, I'm gonna be in Europe every 6 to 8 weeks. It's the fastest growing market that we have. It is the largest part of our team. It is Americans are lazy. Like, I love y'all, but y'all are lazy. Y'all are,
you piece of chicken nugget.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
You think Americans are lazy? Fuck that shit. I don't. Is it a part to whole fallacy? It's probably a part to whole fallacy. We'll just play it and hope for the best. Part to whole, coming on up.
What is a part to whole fallacy? When someone says that what is true of part of something must also be true of the whole thing, they are using the part to whole fallacy. The part to whole fallacy, where someone thinks that the character of the parts is the character of the whole thing altogether.
Just because you've run into one or two people who may be lazy, or for you lazy, or you saw one moment, or you're judged one person for their work ethic, doesn't mean the entire United States is lazy. You chicken nugget. What a chicken nugget move. What a... There it is. We're raged.
Y'all aren't doing the things. Y'all ain't even at this event in person, and it's literally in your back door. Meanwhile, we've got Italians flying.
There's no room. Where are they going to sit, Courtney? Where are they going to sit? Where are they going to sit? Oh, they're just lazy because they didn't come to GoPro. Oh, wow. I am angry right now.
Flying 10-hour, 12-hour flights, maybe even longer, because most of the cities don't fly.
Where are they going to sit? It's the smallest studio of all time.
Direct. We have like the amount of Europeans that are at this event and Americans are not is just crazy. Like I could literally, the percentage.
It's virtual. Why would Eric Worre make a virtual event if he didn't want people to watch the virtual event? Oh my God. Meanwhile, a GoPro ticket costs thousands in flight and hotel food on top of that. Yep. Wit said all her American downline should drop off. You know, if I was her downline and I watched this, I downloaded this from Instaspam. I also have her stuff on TikTok, if she even goes live on TikTok. If I was her downline, I would be like, fuck this shit, I'm done. I'm going to go to someone else's team. You're going to call me lazy? All of her downline who's financially sacrificing so she can be quote-unquote rank 10? Stop. Especially in the month of December. I don't even...
Holy motherforking shirt balls.
Here.
And when my eyes are closed, I see you for what you truly are, which is ugly. We're done.
That's from She's the Man. We're allowed to use sassy quotes if we can quote the movie. So...
It just is appalling. And I think that it's like, it just goes to show you, if you wanted to, you would. Like, you want to know why your business isn't taking off. You want to know why your velocity isn't creeping up. Like, why are you not growing? Why are you falling and falling and falling? It's to the level at which you believe yourself to be able to operate at. And so...
It sure is easy to operate at a bigger level when you got stacked into when Jesse Lee was alive. Or when Brian Underwood restructured stuff so that you could hit rank 10.
You are getting the results based on the action and the belief and the energy at which you're operating at. So you're...
What about a broken and unethical compensation model, i.e. multi-level marketing? Every compensation model in every MLM where the upline gets paid whether the downline actually moves product to a customer? What chicken nugget universe are we living in right now? I don't understand. I don't understand.
But I can't understand what you're saying, sir.
You're selling yourself short, and you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're continuously knocking yourself down because you don't believe you're worthy enough. And the men don't think they're good enough. The women don't think they're worthy enough, the men don't think they're good enough, and it's this vicious cycle that you're constantly beating yourself up over.
Oh, so women only think one thing about their mindset being not good, and men only think one thing about their mindset not being good enough. Oh, because men and women can only feel one emotion, and they all feel the same. Sit down, Courtney.
You have to create systems for yourself. You have to set a foundation so that as you start to take off and as you start to grow, that you don't feel like you're burning yourself out. And I think that's what a lot of Americans have done. I think a lot of Americans don't know what it takes to be a pioneer, don't know what it takes to create your own energy.
You're going to talk about being a pioneer when you got stacked? You got stacked to your rank? You're going to talk about... I'm going to listen to somebody who was on her fucking cell phone. Her child was at the bottom of an escalator. I'm participating in logical fallacies. I would never follow advice from somebody like Courtney Shortney because the decisions she's made that I've seen in public aren't anybody that I would model myself after. She's saying that Americans are lazy. God, I hate this.
Y'all were just riding the energy of everyone else for so long.
You're riding the energy of Jessie Lee Ward. God. You know what's frustrating? She says that she cares so much about Jessie Lee, she didn't even give her the credit of stacking her. She didn't give Jessie Lee the credit of stacking her to her rank. Oh, you don't even know anything, DC. If I got something good from Jessica or Charlene or Lynn or Jen or Wendy or anybody in the live chat, I would give credit for it. It's a lie of omission to say that you're at the top when you got there because somebody else helped you get there. Why am I crying right now? We don't know.
Long, and now you have to create it for yourself. And instead, it's like, just feed off of what the Europeans are doing. The Europeans are exploding and excited. They still have the same lack of belief in some ways. The difference is their discipline that they take. They still actually have fun. They enjoy the business that they're running.
They enjoy the business that they're running. Okay. It's a broken compensation model. Most people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt for multi-level marketing, and they didn't have a best friend who was good at recruiting, who stacked them to a top rank.
They actually probably, some of them maybe work harder in the amount of time. They maybe work less time, but they work harder in the time that they are working because they know how they want to live their life. And I think it's like, I only know that because I traveled to see it. And I'm aware of it, and I pay attention to it. And it's because I made a decision to do so.
You got to travel because you ranked up because your best friend who's passed away stacked people into you. And now you're talking like you're some kind of an expert. If you're not an expert, you shouldn't pose yourself as one. You shouldn't present yourself as one.
Like, there's nothing special about everyone else versus you. It is just a series of decisions. A series of decisions that will lead you to more discipline and more confidence because you're following through on what you say that you're going to do. Like, I made the decision. I'm going to be in Europe every 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, really? Man, y'all? I didn't think I was going to... I thought I was going to miss it. I thought I was going to miss it and not make it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go in November. I'm going to figure it out. And now I got to figure out January. Which I think we might have something in Barcelona. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So, and then, after that, just keep going.
It's frustrating me. It's not. She's not making me frustrated. When I hear her say stuff like that, taking credit for things that she didn't do, after she's expressed that she misses her best friend. The story I make up about that is that she's ungrateful, she's out of touch, and she doesn't actually respect the friendship that she had with Jesse Lee. And I feel angry and upset. The story I'm telling myself might not be true. That's what I'm thinking right now when I'm listening to her just be so condescending.
And I think even coming to this event, I knew I was going to be here, and I told you guys it was like a last minute decision to like actually book the ticket, blah, blah, blah. And so often when that happens for most of us, if let's say that you commit to doing something and you get really, really close to the deadline and then you see that it's going to cost you more money, what do? It's like, oh, I should have done that before, right? And instead of actually following through on it, even though it costs more money, you'll back off of it.
Yeah, because money, it doesn't grow on trees. She's literally living a huge lifestyle because people in her downline sacrifice every month to order ketones, and she gets paid whether her downline moves them to a customer or not. She gets paid either way. And her downline may be stuck with boxes and boxes and boxes of ketones that they can't sell. But she is on her high horse and saying, oh, if it's more expensive, you're just gonna give up? Yeah, sometimes that's what budgeting means.
My ticket, my flight was a lot more money, didn't have to cost that much. Ugh. And then I ended up making this like mistake and like not even realizing I had this like, anyway, long story short, I ended up spending another $100 that I didn't actually have to spend. So there's that. I don't even know if I'll get it back. $130. And I am not dwelling.
I'm glad that Jesse Lee, I'm sad that she didn't have a will. I'm glad she didn't will it to Courtney.
On it. And I'm not looking at things as like a loss. I'm looking at it as an investment. And I told myself, you know what? I committed to being there. And if I don't show up, if I don't go when I told myself...
Courtney basically has been saying that Americans are lazy and that Europeans work way harder and we are just the laziest and we don't even know how to sacrifice. And she's just been talking out of her ass. This is the second video we've watched. We have one more to watch.
Myself that I was going to, even though I know that I'm gonna have to put out like.
It just feels disrespectful for her to talk like she's some kind of authority on the subject of being good in network marketing when she was stacked to a high rank by Jesse Lee and never gave any credit to Jesse Lee for her doing that. I'm just emotional. I've just been thinking about people that I've lost and how you would talk about them after they had passed away. And this just seems super disrespectful, what she's saying. And I know I shouldn't be crying over this stuff.
All the money at once, when if I would have just booked the ticket however long ago, that cost, that expense would have already been paid for. It would have already been taken care of. That's why you do it one step at a time, right? Then this weekend I would have, and then the flight would have already been booked, right? And then this weekend it would have only been paying for the stay. That's the whole point. The stay and the food. The stay and the food. That's like normally what you have to pay for the moment that you're actually doing it. But if you plan ahead, your investment is only coming out. The flight is only coming out on 1 month. The ticket to be at the event is only coming out of 1 month, right? And most of you guys will back off of it because you're like, oh, the flight went up. It's a sign. I'm not supposed to go. When in reality, by not following through on your commitment, you lose belief. Your confidence drops. You start to doubt yourself more. You start to feel even more unworthy about it, and you spiral down this negative energy cycle for yourself.
Yeah, exactly, Lindsay.
Instead of following through on it, showing up, building your confidence, feeling more energized, feeling more excited about life and where you're going, getting even more inspired because not only are you around other people that did the same thing, made the same type of sacrifices to be at the same event that you are, but now you're around people that are inspiring you to do more and show you you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You can do more. You can show up as more. You can have bigger energy. You can walk into the room like you own it, right? Like, and know that you're there for a purpose and a reason. And as you start to do those things, you really start to shift. I can't even see all of your faces. Hey, Paula! I'm in low power mode. Exactly. You cancel it out. You literally get yourself all...
Savannah, she also said that she can't eat outside. Again, we've heard this before, because she has to eat in indirect sunlight for her digestion.
Hyped up. You bring the energy.
So she hasn't eaten again at this event.
Energy up. You start building these confidence chips. The confidence chips are stacking. They're stacking high. You're like, yes, I'm doing this. I'm gonna go. I'm committed. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I know that I'm supposed to be there, and I know I'm supposed to be in the room, and I'm this is the level of velocity that I'm at. I gotta rise to the occasion. This is an investment in me. Instead, it's not an expense. It's going to help you grow into the most powerful version of yourself.
She gets to talk about this, but then she just last minute booked a ticket here. So cool. Tell me more.
Maybe this weekend's not great, right? But it's that fast, guys. That can change. She said it from the stage. It can change for the good, and it can change for the whoops. Maybe it's not great, but maybe it turns me into the most powerful version of myself. Maybe this weekend isn't exactly what I think it's going to be, but maybe, just maybe, it gives me everything that I need.
Maybe, just maybe, multi-level marketing isn't, a failure right from the beginning. Maybe multi-level marketing isn't you buying a lottery ticket for a lottery that's already happened. Maybe multi-level marketing, it doesn't have a failure rate of 99%. Oh, wait, multi-level marketing does have a failure rate. So you saying maybe, just maybe, it's going to work out? The numbers say more likely than not. More than likely, you're going to lose money. You're going to not make any money, or you're going to go into debt. I'm upset with myself for getting emotional about Courtney Shorty.
To be the most powerful version of myself. But you don't know. And if you stop yourself from showing up, if you say that you're going to be there and then you don't, you completely cancel out those confidence chips you just stacked up. You knock them all down.
No, it's just a pivot. It's a boundary. I can afford it or I can't. I can choose to engage with any space that I want to. It doesn't mean that enforcing a boundary, enforcing a budget doesn't mean that you toss away your confidence chips.
The whole stack is on the ground. It's like all the weight on your shoulders. It started to get easier to carry as you started to build the confidence chips. As soon as that happens to you and you knock them all down, it is like you drop everything you were carrying. You feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you don't even allow yourself to enjoy the moment or live in that.
Floof break time. Do I have a floof break? Yeah, we can do a floof break. Let me change scenes. I just need to change my input. 1 second. Okay. Let me change this to so close. Unlock. There, we got some floofs. Good call. There we go. Thank you. A purple cat. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Caslosities. Y'all can see the cat in the chat if you open up the live chat.
The happiness and the joy, because you have realized that you're so busy keeping up with all the stress. So, she did say it from the stage. Thank you.
She keeps talking to this guy and saying thank you to Jessie Lee. but she can't even give Jessie Lee credit for stacking her to her rank.
I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. I am going to go back inside.
We have one more video.
And
and what?
Do you guys want to hear from somebody else? How long have I been on here? I can't tell how long I've been live. There it is. No, we're done. I'll do another live and I'll get some testimonies from some other people. Not right now. So I love you. Ciao for now. Ciao, ciao.
Dear God. Her haircut looks great. Last video.
Have a great day! Hello, beautiful people. We are actually almost done with lunch. I haven't eaten lunch. I've had a lot of conversations. I was asked to be interviewed.
Another day where she's not eating. Another day where she's not eating. Another day where she's not eating.
You need carbs! Your brain runs on glucose!
It's a little bit of chaos. It's fine. I'm okay with it. And I was like, I cannot miss a day to come live and talk to y'all. Because Isaac is getting me again. He was capturing me again. Look, oh, look at him, like he's a little ninja. He was taking photos of me going live. So I wanted to make sure that I came on here because I have so much value to bring to you today, and I don't have enough time to do it, and I felt like I was just going to rapid fire on all of the things that I've taken away from today, because listen, Brenda Burchard was on, and he, sorry love, blew my mind. Everything that I have done, the way that I live my life, he says, I know exactly why you're unhappy. I know why all of you are unhappy. I know why you've been unhappy your entire.
Oh, sorry. Complex trauma wouldn't have anything to do with that. Maladaptive behaviors wouldn't have anything to do with that. He just knows why everyone's unhappy. Okay, cool.
Entire lives.
Depression, anxiety. Okay. All right.
And he walks us through 4 reasons. After he tells this amazing story, and he's an incredible speaker, and he just shares how far he's come, and I relate so much to I grew up poor. I didn't want to stay that way, right? I didn't want to raise my family that way, and these stories of how he was pretending to build the dream, and every day his girlfriend would come home, and he knew he was going to marry her, and he knew he was going to do things for her, and she climbs into bed one night after kissing him on the cheek, and he's just pretending like he's typing and working at night, and she crawls under the covers, and he realizes that she's sitting under the stack of his bills. And that she had no idea how dire his financial situation truly was. And he made a decision in that moment. I'm going to fight for her. I'm going to fight for the life that I know I am capable of building for my future family. And he goes through how the bottom of the triangle, he's we go and we climb and we fall and we fall.
Did Brandon Burchard mean an actual pile of bills? Or was it metaphorical, but there were bills, but sleeping, what? Courtney, can you just be a little clearer next time? Or Brandon, can you be clearer?
Fall and we climb and we fall, and we keep doing it. We're not any different. Not a single person in the room has ever not fallen down. But so often people lose the motivation, and they can't get it back. And motivation is just an emotion. It's not something that that everyone keeps for themselves, right?
Sure, motivation is something. Also, running out of spoons is something. Also, if you're neurodivergent, you may not understand that maybe you have a smaller gas tank and that you are running through your gas faster than a neurotypical person. That doesn't mean that neurotypical people don't go through hard shit too. Or it doesn't mean that they can't run out of spoons either. You're saying that life is one way when it's actually multifaceted, ma'am.
And whenever he started sharing
I mean, I can't even remember what the bottom one was because the second one hit me so hard. Like, I'm trying to even remember. I think it started with an A. I didn't bring my notes out here. Fail.
Widget?
I'm trying to visually picture it. The second one, though, is that we need deep connections. And I was like,
we need deep connections, potentially with community and individual relationships that are healthy, that are functional, that are regulated, that enforce boundaries and respect the boundaries of others. Let's be a little more specific. Probably community of a cult and a commercial cult, not would be the deep connections I would be looking for.
Oh, this is what I've been saying my entire 2024. Is how important relationships are to me. Is how deep the connections. Like, everyone I meet, I'm like, I'm not interested in surface level conversations. Like, they don't interest.
You're not interested in surface level conversations? What? Have you listened to your live streams? Ma'am, hello?
I'm not here to talk about the weather in Vegas.
You literally were talking about the sun the last live stream that we did. You talked about how warm it was. You talked about how Jessie Lee was speaking to you from the sky. Ma'am? Hello?
Can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yes. Right? If you haven't been able to tell when I come live on here. Like, I'm not about that. I don't want it. I'm not attracting surface level conversations. I'm attracting deep
What do you mean attracting? Just talk about something that you find meaningful, and maybe the person you're talking to also wants to talk about that. You could say, hey, are you interested in talking about this? And they say yes or no. Oh my God, you don't have to manifest anything. I can just go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm interested in talking about this. Or you don't have to talk at all. Oh my God. I don't understand the manifestation stuff. If y'all do, wonderful. I don't.
Meaningful purpose in conversations. And then he says the third thing is that you need meaningful purpose. Meaningful purpose. You have to know what
multi-level marketing meaningful purpose. This is very chaotic. Greg is just subscribe, like the stream. You do the YouTube-y things. You can support my channel for free by subscribing or thumbs up, leave a comment after the video's done. That'd be cool.
What you're fighting for.
I wouldn't say no.
You have to go after it. You can't just sit on
Oh, sorry. We're going to do one more ad break. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one.
Guidelines of your life. You have to figure out how to create a growth mindset every single day, because every day is a great day to have a great day. Like, so what?
Yeah, sometimes we can reimagine the way the day's going to go, or reimagine how the day's going to not be lost after one bad incident. Okay.
I lost my best friend. I'm not the only one. Win anyway. Like, he said, I've had to tell high performers, you're not the only parents that have lost a child. Like, you're not the only people that have had to go through a divorce. Like, your problems are not unique to you.
You also, yes, agree, everyone has problems, and also you're convincing people to stay in multi-level marketing longer and shaming the people who have kept you financially afloat. This entire time, this entire weekend you've been at GoPro. You've also invalidated the experiences of others by calling them lazy in the last stream. Okay.
You're not the only one.
Oh, she's invalidating it because they shouldn't be feeling something because they can still win even despite hardships. Okay. All right.
Win anyway. Like, win anyway. Choose to win. Choose to show up as the best version of yourself. Like, you have to give that to yourself. You have to choose every single day. I think that was maybe what number 1 was. Like, I still can't remember the word, guys. Like, you have to choose every single day to be the best version of yourself. That's where you find motivation.
What?
Like, whatever is within your capacity to give your best. And I love how he was just reminding me over and over again. Like, I am so authentically me, and the most authentic piece of myself is that I learn something new every single day. And I've said that my entire life, since as long as I can remember. I chose that as my mantra, as like my motto for my life. Like, I learn something new every single day. I learn something new every single day. I learn something new every single day. And what is that? That's staying a student. And he said, it's the littlest things that excite me. Like, I allow myself to be so excited over the little things. Like, he drew a picture and he was like, oh, that looks good. Yes. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. You know, like, it's something so simple. Allowing yourself to be the biggest, boldest version of yourself in every situation. People need you.
Okay. I'm confused. Yes, there are some cognitive behavioral techniques that are helpful in helping enforce an ethical, functional, regulated infrastructure in your brain. Does that mean that there aren't organizations out there using it for profit and to get people stuck? Sure. I think that multi-level marketing is a commercial cult. A cult can also be a family unit as well. It doesn't have to just be a large organization. The question is there destructive influence involved? If so, then you continue asking questions, because you may be surprised that you're not in a place that is beneficial or healthy or safe for you.
I just had a conversation afterwards. Eric's chief marketing executive came up to me and he was like, hey, we haven't met yet. I'd like to introduce myself. I've seen you on our challenges, and, you know, like, I've seen you bebopping around here. Everyone's acknowledging my energy, and I'm so grateful for that. I don't take those moments. Like, I literally sit in gratitude every single time.
Courtney has also told us about what they do at Empire U events, and they go and love bomb people who are in the crowd. And you're telling me that Eric Worre's team is not doing the same thing to her? Okay.
Receive one of those compliments. And I share that because it's like, he told me at the end of the conversation where I get like really vulnerable and he's asking me questions and like, you know, what do you think about this? And how do you feel about that? And, you know, here's my goal and like what my vision is and what I would like to do. And then starts asking me more questions. And he values my opinion because I committed to becoming the version of myself that you see today. I committed every single day to be the best me, to give.
She just said the me that she was before wasn't good enough because she wasn't wearing the good clothing, and now she's able to vibrate at a higher level. What, because you are wearing some kind of designer shit? What are you doing, Courtney?
Give my best, to do my best, to be more, to do more, to give more, to love deeper, to all of the things. Like, that's
interesting that also she said, I'm not about surface conversations, but then she proceeds to tell us in video 1 that we watched that her clothing has made her a better type of person. Okay. Tell me more about these deep conversations that you want to have with people and that you're not having surface level conversations. She's committed to promoting GoPro. She is committed to maybe being his next protege. That's just my opinion.
Who I embodied this year. I told you yesterday, when we hit that rank, I made the decision. I'm going to be the version of myself. Like, I'm going to live as the legend. Like, live that legend lifestyle so that when I do finally cross that stage for that award, for our organization that worked so hard, that I didn't even build all of it. I didn't build all of it.
You didn't build hardly. This is the kid who's part of the group project who didn't do shit and then goes and accepts the A because they were quote unquote part of the group, but other people carried the group across the finish line, in my opinion. I have been around those people in school growing up, and I don't pick up on a lot of stuff, but that is the vibe I'm getting from her.
Have I always supported every single person? I can't even say that because I don't know every single person in our organization, but I've always supported all of the organizations.
She starts telling on herself more and more and more and more. We got some information in video 1. We got more information in video 2. Now in video 3, she's like, oh, I didn't help. I didn't build, we all built it together. I'm like, well, okay. I mean, you were in the group, sure. But being part of the group, this is a whole to part fallacy that, oh, you're great and your group is great and so you're great. Are we gonna play another video that we don't need to? Where's the whole to part fallacy?
What is a whole to part fallacy? When someone says that what is true of something as a whole must also be true of each of its parts, then this person is using the whole to part fallacy. Just because a team as a whole is a good team and wins lots of games doesn't mean each individual player is good. They may all be bad individually, but work well together as a team. One way to tell the difference between a part to whole and a whole to part fallacy is to look at the conclusion of the argument. A conclusion which says something about the whole is a part to whole fallacy. A conclusion which says something about just part of the whole is a whole to part fallacy.
I don't know. I'm trying to do those so we learn something other than me going on squirrel trails.
At whatever capacity I could give. I know that about myself. And I was like, I am going to be the version of myself that when I walk that stage, that I actually feel worthy of that title, that I feel worthy of walking the stage. And it's conversations where I'm having it with him and I'm just sharing my vulnerability inside of that. Like I have so much, like I need to talk to Eric about this because I know that he has great insights on like the things that I'm personally navigating. And he has like a really personal relationship with our organization and with Jessie Lee. And he looks at me and he says, I when I first became an executive and realized I don't actually have a boss, I didn't feel worthy of being in that room. The people that question it the most, the fact that you question it, that you are so worried about how you showing up in certain ways is going to affect other people. He's like, did you listen to Eric today? And this morning was for $250K and above. You have to be verified to earning that much money every year in the profession to be able to show up to the breakfast today. He's like, did you hear what he said? Yes. That was
income claim. 200. This is how she could have made it okay. She could have said, I was at the $250,000 a year breakfast. Those results are not typical. Those results are not typical to people in multi-level marketing. My results are not typical. Please see our income disclosure. And I'm not making any claims, but just realize that my story is unique. I'm more of an anomaly than a sure thing. She could have made it okay to share, but she didn't. Join my team, the Empire, because we make a shit ton of money. Okay.
He's like, you have to stop caring what people think. And the fact that you question it so much means that you're the right person for the job.
No, sometimes you question it because you're the wrong person for the job and your gut's saying, maybe this is not good. I mean, I could say the same thing. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, maybe YouTube is not what I should be doing because whatever it is, you get pushback on Reddit or you start losing so many subscribers or our community is great. But yes, there's some things. And again, saying that, it's like, okay, maybe less squirrel trails, maybe less technical difficulties, work on your filler words, work on the pauses. You can doubt yourself. And then also, what is the affirming statement that is either going to help you move forward? And what are the things that are actual, measurable, and work on items that you can do to get better? Just because I'm questioning it doesn't mean that I'm the best person for the job or I'm gonna be successful or anything like that. It's her. I don't know how to explain it, but that thought process, I don't agree with at all. At all. At all. At all. And in addition to that, you can question something and still say, yeah, maybe I am not the right person. And that doesn't mean I'm the right person or anything. Whatever. We're almost done with this one.
The way that you are looking at the situation proves that you're exactly the right person that's supposed to be doing it. And I just immediately started doing this because I know that. And I'm reminded of that all the time, and yet I still stop myself. And he said, there are so many people that need you to show up and be louder because they need you so deeply. They need the energy that you bring. They need what you have to share. They need you. I'm just because I teach this, I know this. I know this. And he said, by you caring so much about...
You know what this is giving, in my opinion? This is giving Eric Worre gave an assignment out to his top people in his company to go love bomb the potential individuals who could get funneled into his higher paying mentorship programs. I guess I'm cynical. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But maybe I'm right.
What people are going to think about what you're doing, you are stopping those people from getting access to you. The people that are just, they're waiting for you.
Sure.
And there are people that are waiting for you. There are people that will not know what the network marketing profession can do for them until you show up, until you get louder, until you get bolder.
There's people who are not going to know the damage that network marketing can do to people because they're not, the reps who are signing them up are using the BITE model of authoritarian control to do behavioral control, information control, thought control, emotional control. They are sometimes offering lies of omission so that people end up signing up without knowing the score. And thankfully, people like Savannah and other people in the anti-MLM movement have been working hella hard to try to stop the shit going on and the fuckery so that it's not just one-sided and people get trapped.
Until you become the 10x version of yourself. Until you allow yourself to, I remember the word. I got aliveness. Oh, it's the most important part of it. Aliveness. That's what you're all missing.
Aliveness? Please hold. Aliveness is a new word. Aliveness is a word? Wow. It means the quality of being animated or having what? Animal life? Please hold. Dictionary.com. Having life, not dead or inanimate, still in existence, force or operation, still active in competition with a chance of victory, knowing or realizing the existence of something, marked by alertness, energy, or briskness, marked by much life, animation, or activity, used as an intensive following the noun, the proudest boy alive. No, that's alive. Aliveness. Is it not aliveness? No? Is aliveness a word? The property of being animated? Oxford English Dictionary, don't fail me now. There are two meanings listed in Oxford English dictionaries for the noun aliveness. God. I'm not going to be able to sign up for this. We're only guessing, yes. I am being a weeping willow tonight. Rip. Wrong one. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Where's Courtney?
You're missing the feeling of being alive. I watched him write all of the things on this triangle, and the equation equals your level of growth. And aliveness was on the bottom. It was the first thing that he wrote. You have to figure out how to feel alive. Motivation will stay when you create aliveness for yourself.
I know.
That sent me over the edge because I have been told over and over by Jessie Lee this year, you gotta live out loud. You have to live.
Jessie Lee keeps talking to her. Okay, maybe I know some of y'all hear from your loved ones who have passed away. My ears perk up when Courtney shares things that she's heard from Jessie Lee, because she has also said that Jessie Lee speaking through her daughter. Her daughter knows that her mom is more animated towards her when she feels like Jessie Lee speaking through her daughter. That doesn't feel like a healthy way to cope with the passing of a loved one, in my opinion.
Live out loud, joyfully, on purpose. And if we learned anything from her in 2023, she showed that. She led by example so boldly. And that when you create deep connections, deep relationships, that takes aliveness to a whole new level.
Okay.
It creates a whole new layer of aliveness. And then you start to...
I don't think it does. Okay, hold on. The property of being animated, having animal life as distinguished from plant life. The condition of living or the state of being alive. That's it. That's what aliveness means. They're making up shit.
To understand your meaningful purpose. Like, then you actually get to the big vision and the bigger why and the bigger purpose of what your mission is supposed to be. The people that you're meant to help. The impact that you want to leave. Like, we are back on. I love you. I couldn't even watch any of the comments coming through. Oh, and they're going to go away on Instagram, which makes me sad. Shut up! Hello, Chrissy. Oh, ciao, Bella. Ti amo. Adoro. I love it. Okay, so this is like the words. That's the extent of what I've got. I'm going to post it in my stories. And I'm going to leave you with this. The same thing that he left us with.
Yeah.
It is impossible that you're on this live right now. It is impossible that you are on this live and there are a series of events that led you to this point right here.
Anti-MLM? An auto downloader? I don't even have to screen record it. Auto downloader? Technology? Fuckery being afoot. You're in an auto downloader. Do you not understand rewatching video that's been recorded? What?
Right now, to be here, to watch this, to watch it on the replay.
Yes, Casatides.
It's impossible. It's impossible that we were born. We're all miracles. And he walks through this example of how his parents met. His dad is in the military, living in, like, he chose to go in the military. He talks about how he's in Montana, like, and then he goes in the military, and then he goes to Vietnam, and he does 3 tours in Vietnam, but his mom, Brendan's mom, is Vietnamese. But she wasn't in Vietnam anymore. She's in France as a refugee. And then all of a sudden she meets someone in the United States and she moves to Washington, D.C. And the dad comes back from his tours, moves down south, keeps working for the military, ends up in D.C. They both end up in D.C. and they both end up in the same apartment building. Live your life on purpose.
What? Telling a story of coincidences and then saying living your life on purpose? or that living your life on purpose is going to give you the best coincidences of all time? Is that what she's saying? Can someone who's smarter than me explain what she's saying?
There are no coincidences.
No, she just said live your life on purpose. And the logic is living your life on purpose, doing things you like is going to give you the best coincidences of all time, except doing things that you're passionate about probably is going to align you with other people who are doing things they're passionate about if you have shared interests. What is happening?
It is a miracle every time you align yourself and you take action towards it.
Is it a miracle that you've signed up people into a commercial cult? Is that the miracle that we're supposed to be learning here?
It is never an accident. It is always for a reason. And you might not know yet what the reason is to be on this life. Or maybe you do. Maybe you got the one thing.
Multi-level marketing movement. Anti-multi-level marketing movement. We weren't even on the live. We auto-downloaded it. And it's going to go in the free anti-MLM folder. So I don't know what to tell you.
You needed to hear. Maybe you feel such a shift. The amount of messages that I've gotten because of my lives the last 2 days makes me emotional. I've taken so many screenshots and I just kind of kept them for myself. I got so many queen shout outs to give y'all because you are pouring so much energy into me because of what you feel when you're on my live, when you're listening to what I'm sharing. And all I am doing is giving to you what I have been receiving this weekend. I'm just giving it back.
You're trying to sign people up for Pruvit. So you're trying to sign people up for Pruvit. And you're also trying to show that you're the best student of Eric Worre. So you become the new protege. This is almost like a science fiction film.
You can do the same thing. You can give back what I'm giving to you. You can pour it into the world. You can make an impact. It's just a decision. And then it's a follow through on the action. And then you start to build confidence because you start to see that it's impacting other people's lives the way that your life was impacted. So live your life on purpose. Live your life out loud. Create aliveness for yourself. And stop.
I don't understand. Like, it's like listening to, it's like reading a paper and they say they're going to talk about one thing or they're going to try to prove their thesis statement. And then they end up going 1 + 1 is 3. And 1 × 4 is algebra. And 5 + animal is twinkle lights. It's just, we're not following.
Stop doubting your ability to do so. Because people need you. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I said I was gonna go 7 minutes ago. I just get so much energy even though I can't see your comments and I can feel you. So thank you. Hello, Christopher. And I will see you all in my DM. And I'll see you all later. I'll probably go live from the after party as well. Live your life on purpose.
She did.
Live your life out loud. I love you guys.
She didn't
Ciao
go
for
live
now.
from the after party.
I love you. Bye.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
We did it.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up. We did it! Yay! Woo! Hooray! We did it!
Well, another day, another multi-level marketing shit show, as Ava Matea says. Can I just ask you?
Can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
You know, none of that was on my bingo card. Like, 0% of it was on my bingo card. Ooh, we're worn out. We're worn out. I don't understand.
Holy mother-forking shirt balls.
What the hell?
Stop saying that.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Stop.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Jessie Lee used to be obsessed with marrying somebody from Italy, and then she became obsessed with marrying somebody from Europe because Americans were awful. And then she got with Avi. And so Jessie Lee was obsessed with the Italian team for a long time and would speak like, or would say like ciao. And want like a few other words, and then she pivoted to Avi. So Courtney picked that up from Jessie Lee. Yeah, it's a long story. Well, that's Courtney reporting live from GoPro. I appreciate y'all sticking with me for 3 hours. I will have to fix the ads in post because YouTube inserted like 100 ads into my last live stream, and I was like, no, we're not doing this. So I'll fix it in post. If you're like, this is so many, I know. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to take your meds. Hydrate. Also, don't forget about those delightful carbs.
You need carbs. Your brain runs on glucose.
And on that note, everybody improve it. Have the day you deserve. Oh my God, where's my outro? Y'all are the best. Take care of yourselves. Let me find my outro. Oh my God. What is happening? Hello?